Welcome to Global Academy Institute of Technology Foundation Incorporated. We're bringing community development with quality education for progress. This is Mapeh 7, Quarter 2, Week 1 to 2. Music of the Middle Isles of the Philippines. Music of Cordillera, Palawan, Mindoro, and the Visayas. Learning Objective. Describe the musical characteristics of representative selections of Cordillera, Mindoro, Palawan, and of the Visayas after listening. Explain the distinguishing characteristics of representative music from Cordillera, Mindoro, Palawan, and the Visayas in relation to its culture, geography, and performs music from Cordillera, Mindoro, Palawan, and of the Visayas with the accompaniment. Music is a dynamic art form. It evolves and changes ever so slightly as you move from region to region. Topography, culture, and history contribute to this dynamic musical trend. This is greatly evident in Philippine music. Its topography consists of 7,107 islands and multiple mountain ranges separate culture, thus creating various forms of music. Therefore, from the lowland of Luzon, we will now be focusing on the music from the mountains of Cordillera as well as islands of Mindoro, Palawan, and Visayas region. Let us talk about these areas which are inhabited by different tribes and cultures. The mountains of Cordillera lie almost in the center of the northern part of the mainland, separating the Ilocos and Cagayan regions. It almost created a natural divide between the eastern and western coast of the largest island in the Philippines. In fact, it greatly contributed to various in music found in Ilocos, Mindoro, and Palawan, islands situated at the northern part of Luzon. The island of Mindoro is a home to multiple indigenous tribes collectively known as the Mangyans. Like the tribes of Cordillera, the Mangyans reside on the mountains while the Tagalogs live in the lowlands after the latter migrated to the island. Palawan, on the other hand, is a group of islands located at the easternmost part of the Philippines. This includes the tribes of the Tagbanwa, Palawan, Tawat Batu, Mulbog, and Batak. They are mostly coastal dwellers, though some reside in the remote villages located in the mountains of the island. Moreover, the Visayas is the largest collection of islands located in the center of the country. The islands are the first places to be explored by the European explorer Ferdinand Magellan, who arrived at the island of Samar on March 16, 1521. This led to their culture and in turn their music be heavily influenced by Spanish culture. Their immediate acceptance of the foreign culture and religion greatly modified the culture and the islands from tribal to European, which can be noticeable in their music. Vocal music. Among the different tribes of Mindoro, the Hanono Mangyans have developed a particular chant poetry called ambahan. It is a series of chants with 7 syllables per line. Similar to a poem, it can be sung in a variety of ways, either with tone like the Passion or in a conversational way. Each person can sing the chant uniquely as there is no set melody for the ambahan. The themes used in a chant covers a wide array of topics that affects the Mangyan's daily life. They have an ambahan for every occasion. During childhood, adolescence, courtship and marriage, family building, personal and tribal problems, sickness, food, traveling, hospitality and friendship, as well as old age and death. Palawan. The music of Palawan is highly affected by 2 major elements. First, their music acts as a presentation of nature and their environments. Like the rustling of leaves in the wind and the roar of the ocean waves, another influencing factor in their music is their native dialect and language. There are 2 different kinds of vocal forms. These include the kulyal and the tultul. The kulyal is a lyrical poem that expresses love between 2 couples. The vocal music is mostly accompanied by a kodiapi, a 2-string lute by the male and the pagang, a bamboo zither by the female. Tutul, on the other hand, is a chanted vocal music. It is chanted from an epic about heroes and their adventures that usually begin at night and end at daybreak. Visayas. Vocal musics in Visayan region are highly dependent on its use and purpose. They have songs for many occasions and situations, from expressions of love and courtship to children's songs, as well as work and drinking songs. Their musical style is a type of song and dance debate between a man and a woman called balitaw. Examples of their songs include romantic songs, drinking and work songs, children's songs, farewell songs, and lullabies. Mindoro. Most Abanyan tribes of Mindoro are animist, which means they worship spirits and natural forces as gods as part of their religion. This belief is reflected in their instrumental music, which is often used to communicate to the spirit world and its denizens. However, it is also used for more contemporary rituals such as weddings, courtships, festives, and lullabies. There are three major instruments used by the Mangyan: the Kudyapi, the Gitgit, and the Kalutang. The Kudyapi is the Philippine two-string fretted blow lute. It is 4 to 6 feet long with 9 frets made of hardened beeswax. The instrument is carved out of solid soft wood such as that form the jackfruit tree. A gitgit is an instrument with 3 to 4 strings somewhat similar to a violin. It has a wooden body, human hair. It is used to string the bow. And the kalutang is a pair of equal-sized sticks made of two that struck against each other to produce sound. Visayas. The most famous Visayan ensemble is the rondalia. The rondalia is a string ensemble brought to the Philippines by the Spaniards. It is composed of at least 5 instruments: the bandurria, the laud, and the octavina, and the guitarra, and the bajo de arco. The rondalia has also been adapted by lowland dwellers in Luzon provinces. Another Visayan musical ensemble is the Tultugan, a bamboo and drum ensemble. It roots stem from natives' use of bamboo to communicate with each other. In order to produce sound, bamboo sticks are cut in varying length and is placed on the pedestal, which is then struck in rhythm. Music of Cordillera, Mindoro, and Visayas. Alright, recall our previous lesson about the element of music called rhythm. Under rhythm, we have the national convention called time signatures or meter signatures to specify how many beats or pulses are contained in each bar or measure, and which note value is to be given one beat. Upon hearing the music of Cordillera, Mindoro, Palawan, and Visayas, what time signatures have you observed from the music of each locality? Is the music considered the following meter? The meter of the song is indicated by its time signature. The time signature consists of two numbers, stacked one on the top of the other, and the top number represents the number of beats per measure, which the bottom number represents the note value for each beat. Rhythm is the element of time in music. When you tap your foot to the music, you are keeping the beat, or following the structural rhythmic pulse of the music. There are several important aspects of rhythm, and one of these is meter. Rhythm is an essential ingredient in all music. You can mix any sounds you want, but if there is no underlying rhythm to the sounds, there is no music. Rhythms are notated using notes and rest. Here are the basic notations for each note. Along with the equivalent rest, accompaniment is a musical part which provides the rhythmic and/or harmonic support for the melody or main themes of the song or instrumental piece. But in this lesson, we will focus the rhythmic or melodic accompaniment. A rhythmic pattern is a succession of musical events contained with a single metric unit that corresponds to a single main beat. The Kodali Method. Another way of learning basic rhythms is to understand the method by Zoltan Kodali using rhythm syllables. The Kodali method incorporates rhythm syllables similar to those created by 19th century French theoretician Émile Joseph Chive. In this system, note values are assigned specific symbols that expresses their durations. For example, quarter notes are expressed by the syllable ta, while 8-note pairs are expressed using the syllable tt. Larger note values are expressed by extending ta to become ta'a or ta'o, half note. The syllables are then used when sight reading or otherwise performing rhythms. Thank you for listening, and that would be all.